Dory, BT, and Sal. Dory Jackson, of course, of the Giants. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
What's up, Adoree?
Yeah, we're doing better, man. We were rooting for you guys the other night. Certainly, you were right there, and a million things to unpack from the game, the rest of the season. But
Right.
listen, man, I know you guys are not in the business of moral wins. It's New York. It's the Giants. You get paid a lot of money to play and to win, but you got to take something away from a close loss based on how uneven the first couple of weeks were. What do you take away from the other night?
I think you take away, I guess, the way we battled, how we fought, played, on all phases of the ball. Just when things probably didn't seem to go the way we wanted it, still lining back up the next play, whether it was offense, defense, or special teams, just trying to get the job done and help us out and play complementary. So I think that's what you take away for it, that togetherness, that plan for one another, and wanting to achieve the same goal. And, when you fight and play like that, good things can happen, and it will.
In a weird way, do you get back on the bus to get on the plane and actually feel kind of better or even good about yourselves after a competitive game?
I think, like you said, knowing the things that we did good and we did well, and, all of us, get on the plane and watch film and try to see different corrections here or there, how to get better and what to be better at. And, that's always encouraging. That's what you take away from it. Although you feel like you played a complete good game, but we didn't get the job done, it's always itching and earning for more to be able to get the results that you want come next week.
Gotcha.
Adoree, how are we feeling physically? I know you had a little bit of a stinger on Sunday night. How are you feeling physically this week going into Sunday's game?
I'm feeling good. We'll take it day by day and, just get my body ready to go to compete on Sunday.
So you think you guys could build off of what was a positive effort? Again, there are no moral victories, as BT was saying, but this is going to be a must-win for you guys. Like, enough. It's the record is what it is. You played much better with a backup quarterback. Whether who's hurt or not, it doesn't really matter. This is a game that you guys have to win. You feel like you could build off of what was, for most accounts, a positive effort on Sunday night?
Of course, I feel like we can build off it, and as you say, must win. That's what we feel all games are. But also this one being a division game, first the Commanders for sure have to just execute, get the job done, and take like I said, the little wins that we had during last game, implement them into this game plan this week, and hopefully the bigger picture we get the W.
So, this Commanders game. Josh Allen's been around for a while. You played Dak in week one. You know what he's all about. Purdy's fairly new, obviously, so you had to really do a deep dive on the tape here. But what about Sam Howell? I remember telling Sal during the time, I like this kid, man. I watched him in college. He's got a little moxie. He's got a little spirit. He can move the pocket with his wheels. What do you see on film? I don't know how deeply you've dived or dove into the film yet, but Sammy Howell, what do you expect from this kid? What do you see?
A smart quarterback, a guy that I feel like is comfortable with the offense and what they have him doing, and has a lot of playmakers around him. And like you said, that fire that you see or that juice that you see obviously plays a long way with how the team plays as well, and then feeding off the energy of the defense. But I feel like Howard does a great job of constructing and orchestrating that offense and making them go with his playmakers.
Adoree, I have a personal question for you. We've talked about you guys trying to, trying to pick off Geno Smith and make me look good and all that stuff. Well, this week, maybe you could help me with the decision here. I have Terry McLaurin on one of my fantasy teams. Are you going to shut him down? Like, should I just not? Are you covering McLaurin? What's the deal with him? Like, should I start him or bench him? Because I don't want to go against you this week. You know what I'm saying?
You can start him. I'd rather you go against us. That's a lot better for us. You know what I mean?
Adoree, what do you mean I've been supporting? I don't want to go against you.
Wow. No, not in that fashion. But it's always good to have that little friendly banter, that competition. That's how I look at it as. So
all right, I got challenge accepted. I will start McLaurin. Now, are you going to be on him, or are you going to be moving around? What's your deal here? Do you know the game plan yet?
Not yet, but we're gonna see on Sunday.
I mean, he's a tough receiver, McLaurin. One of the better.
No, for sure. He's legit. He's a top receiver in this league. And it's a blessing that we got a lot of good receivers in our division. And then, the ones that practice we get to go against. So, he's very, very talented and a special receiver. And they have, other one is a Dotson as well that gets the job done. So they have a talented wide receiver corps for sure.
Hey, Sal, you want to ask me if you should take the 2 points? I mean, should you take the over-under?
I'm trying to have some fun here.
I hear you. I love it, man. Adoree Jackson with us on the fan. What would not be fun, and I hope this doesn't happen, but in fairness to you, is a conversation we've stuck our toe in a little bit here. 1-5. If 1-5 becomes 1-6, and then if 1-6 becomes 1-7 after that Jets game, I think there's a real chance that some of you guys start getting traded. I mean, do you think about that for yourself, whether it's you or Saquon or a few others? Do you talk about that as a locker room? How do you? That's the part of the business nobody wants to talk about, but it could be reality.
Right. The thing with that is you just control what you can control, and that's really coming into work, your attitude, and what you put forth, that day. Understanding that, things happen for a reason, and it's always going to pan out and plan out. And whatever that reason is, I know it was in, God's best interest for whoever it may be in that situation. You never worry. Obviously, as humans, we do, worry, stress, but those are like man-made things, and it's always, you try to give those worry and problems up to the Lord to relieve those stress because he can carry, as he carried the cross. So he can carry everything that we think is a big problem that isn't. So when I think of it in that aspect for us, just coming out there, controlling what we control, be ourselves, have fun, and keep playing the game the way we've been playing it and how we know how to play it. Because at the end of the day, that's what got us here. And if that wasn't happening, you're still auditioning for, 31 other teams in that case, if you think about it in that aspect. But for us, just playing for each other, playing with each other, enjoying these moments. Because like you said, you never know when your last one is, but when you enjoy those moments and have fun, a lot of great things can come out of that.
Adoree, we've been talking a lot about your team and the defense every week that we've had you on here. And while the defense looked much better, the tackling, guys making plays, and Wink Martindale doing a nice job with the game plan, we didn't really talk about you individually. How have you felt so far, 6 weeks in? How have you felt about your season? How would you grade your play so far?
I grade my play as okay. There's always room for improvement for me that I always see to want to lean towards and get better. And that's what comes with playing the game and getting different tells, different things in that nature. But it's not really about, the start of things. It's how you finish it. So I feel like play's been okay, but there's always room for improvement, always room to get better. And that's the positive side that you look at.
Yeah, I mean, that's the right attitude. We'll talk to our buddy Adoree Jackson here on the fan, BT and Sal. So I thought it was interesting. Now, it happened earlier in the season. Not a big deal. Daboll and Daniel Jones with the tablet. All right, whatever. But I thought the other night was a little different here, and I want to throw this by you. Listen, I think Daboll was amazing a year ago, and he's got a chance to be an amazing NFL head coach for a long time with the Giants. I think most of us think that. I know Sal does as well. But the way he lit up Tyrod pretty strongly in front of everybody. And from where I'm sitting, again, I don't mind that. Like, I'm old school. I actually do like that. But there's an expiration point. You better win. Like, when you do that, you better make sure you win. Otherwise, you start losing locker rooms. And I'm not saying that he's there yet. But how much longer can that fly without wins before guys start saying, all right, whatever. You know what I mean?
And I take it as like you said, the old school approach, the old school way. You can't coach everyone the same, but at the same time, you know what some people are built for and what they can handle.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like in just different aspects, and that's how it goes. And if that's the culture that we all know, I mean, it's like me as a kid growing up, not wanting to disappoint my, obviously, you do your parents, or your mother, your father. You don't want to disappoint them. You want to make sure that you're always doing things the right way, and I think
we were scared to disappoint our dads. Yeah. We were going to get in trouble. Our dads were tough on us growing up. I get you on that. Keep going.
No, exactly. So it comes to that aspect. When you think about a lot of good coaches, they're gonna chew you out and get in you. And if you can understand that and take it as constructive criticism or take it in the right manner, I think the trajectory of where you want things to go will end up going that way. Instead of, on the outside looking in and saying, oh, man, he shouldn't be that harsh. And if he wasn't, it probably looked like he didn't care. So it's always a win-loss situation when you are trying to coach because you know your style and you know the players that you brought into this program that are built for it and can handle it. And that's how I look at it. And I understand that everybody gets coached different, but I don't think you can lose the locker room in that manner. I feel like it just wants to lift it up because you don't want not only to be in that position, but you don't want to see no one else in that position. And you just want to keep getting better and doing better so that, it's not yelling, it's more praises, pats on the back, laughter that you get to see on the sideline. When they pull out that slow motion, we'd rather see that on those commercial breaks than, the other things.
Gotcha.
Adoree, guys get hurt all the time in the NFL, whether it's offensive line, defensive, quarterbacks, and you got to go out there and play regardless, and you give your best effort. But when you see a player like Saquon Barkley return, we can watch it and see his presence being felt out there, not only with what he's doing as far as running the football, but just the impact he has on you guys. You feel that from the defensive aspect, too? How important is it for Barkley to be out there for this entire team, not just the offense?
He's a special player. Very talented and has that aura around him that when he's out there on the field, you see it and you can understand the presence that he brings. So I think special teams, defense, not just the offense, can appreciate and value. We always make a joke and say our best defensive player is Saquon for the fact that when he's on the field, he can keep us off the field as long as possible, get us breaks, get us breathers, and to be able to get our things together so when we get out there, we're sharp and ready to go. So we appreciate him, as a defense and for sure as a special team. I know Graham might not, or Jamie, because he might not get the punt as a lot or get those 3 points. But, extra point being able to hold is a lot better. So I feel like, he is a tremendous person and has a great talent that is felt out there on the field.
We'll wrap it up with Adoree Jackson of the Giants here. Of course, BT and Sal. You think you get your starting quarterback this week against Commanders? You think Jones is going to play?
I'm not sure, honestly, to be completely honest. But I know whoever is starting, Jones or Tyrod, we're going to be excited about the game plan and what they produce, out there on the field.
Adoree, I got to tell you, the uniforms are fire, dude.
Oh, this is sweet.
You like those?
Oh, dude, aren't they? I mean, come on. That's my wheelhouse. The old school Giants across the helmet like that. That white. That is a sick jersey. You guys going to be wearing those anytime soon again?
No, we for sure going to be bringing it back out, for sure. I'm going to let everybody know that the legacy jerseys will be back.
Those are awesome, dude.
You got any extra 22s laying around?
Quit begging, man. It's very unbecoming. Come on, man.
I got to rep my guy. I want to wear the Adoree Jackson jersey.
Your guy wants you to root against him. I don't know if you're his guy. I don't know about that. I'm his guy.
Closed mouths don't get fed, though. So, I got you with the jersey.
Yo, Adoree, you're the man. You are the man, Adoree. Wow. And screw McLaurin. I'm benching his ass. I know you're going to shut him down. Thanks, Adoree.
Appreciate that.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, man. Better effort against the Bills. Let's crack through with a dub here. Let's get win number 2.
Dude,
all right.
Those uniforms are fire.
Thanks, pal.
They?
I love those. I see those. I see Lawrence Taylor.